Okay, let's get going on this guy. All right, everybody, we are back with a news video. I have been kind of slacking on these guys. Here it is, almost March. It is March, we're recording March 11th, and I haven't caught up on any news videos, so let's get right into it. So they gave us the 2025 organized play cycle points reward structure a couple weeks ago, so I'm just going to lump the last three news posts into one instead of doing three different videos. So yeah, just ease of content. So um, hello, UniVersus players. We are currently in the midst of a full organized play page refresh. I can't wait to share it with you all in the coming weeks. However, there's some information we want in regards to the point structure. So blah 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 blah. So each region will have separate point thresholds to receive their world's invitations. As you can see from the list, day one invitations are pretty achievable, while day two will take some effort or really high placement in our regionals. So NA day one is a 50. NA day 2 is 200, so that's not too bad. The 50 is if you have a couple locals you can go to and/or one regional. I believe you could probably make day 1. Day 2 is going to be a stretch, right? Like you're probably going to have to hoof it to some events, and just to make day 2. For me personally, I'm going for 50 points and then see where we go from there, right? So we'll see what happens. EU, you guys got a 40 point threshold, and then day 2 is 160 for a day 2 invite, and then OCE is a 30 points, and then day 2 is 120. Just because of the events and where they're spread out and how that. You may be asking yourself, so how do we go about earning these points, Mr. OP guy? This sounds like something that Levi would say, Mr. OP guy. It's hilarious. Well, good thing we're here to answer that question for you. There'll be 2 event tiers towards your world invitation. Local championships will take place in our LGSs, and then regionals will take place around the globe through December. So local championships is 1 point, top 16 is 2 points, top 8 is 4, top 4 is 6, finalist 8, champ 10. This is very, very like forgiving, and if you only have 4 players, all top 4 is going to get 1 point for. You're going to get 7 points, and then finalists will get 9, champs will get 11. I think that because you get 1 for participation, so that's crazy. So if you don't, so no matter what, if you field 8 people, you're going to end up with a minimum 5 points. That's great. That's super cool. Winning a handful of these events will be enough for players to earn that day 1 World's Invitation or to earn you those final points toward day 2 invite. Regionals are on a whole nother level, earning many more points, placing highlights for showing up. 5 points for participation. Top 32 gets 25. So top 16 gets you an instant invite to day 1. That's super cool. Top 8, 75. Top 4 is 100. Finalist and champ are 150, 200. So 200 gets you an instant invite to day 2. Regional events are the highest tier happening through 2025 cycle, and the highest tier events happening through 2025 cycle, and as seen above, offer the largest points towards Worlds. Taking down all your challengers at a regional will automatically qualify for the second day, which will be a huge benefit, allow you the extra time to relax before the largest UniVersus World Championship begins. Super cool. Yeah, so I think this is actually a really good change. Again, I think it still kind of punishes people who don't have a locals. Or like multiple locals, like us here in the northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin area. We have like 4 stores we get to play at, or more, if we want to travel with like 2 to 3 hours. It's crazy. The upper Midwest, I guess is what it is, just is like a hotbed for the game, and we have so many stores, and we have Elgin, Green Bay, Milwaukee. If we want to go to like a little bit into Michigan, we got that. We can go into Iowa to go visit Tam Store and Mayhem. We just got a lot of events we can go to within driving distance, which is fantastic. We can even go south towards the St. Louis area for Impact. So like within like a good 4 to 6 hour drive, we could literally have so many events and points. This is one reason why I got into Worlds, is I was able to travel to so many local events, which was great. So that concludes this article. So basically, you're going to want to shoot for 50 points, man, for day 1. That's basically going to be nationals in a way, right? Since we don't have nationals anymore, day 1 will be nationals for the most part. And then day 2, so on and so forth. If it's anything like Worlds, they're probably just going to cut top 50% for day 2. I could see that. And then going to top 16 or top 32 or whatever for the final day. So moving on, we're going to go to the ban and errata. For 3-4, we had a ban and errata list update. Surprise, surprise, there were no changes. There were no changes. We were hoping for a good handful of cards, which we didn't get, which was sad. So maybe after Denver, which is this weekend, as of recording, we may get to see more cards banned or power scaled back, because there are some cards, some we're going to talk about, that really abuse some of the cards that should be gone, in my opinion. So let's go on. But we do have a small. They had no bans and erratas due to the meta shift with MHA sets 2 and 3 rotating out of standard. And then they do have a small errata that happened on Critical Role release day, which was March 7th, just because they didn't get printed with it. Percival, old response, remove 1 tech card from your discard pile. Your ranged or tech attack gets X speed. X equals the remove card's block. Didn't have a trigger. The new response is remove 1 tech card from discard pile. After you play a ranged or tech card, it gets plus X speed. X equals the remove card's block modifier. So he gets a little bit of clarification. So obviously everyone knew it was after an attack was played. We just didn't realize what type of attack. So there. Crotch Lightning got a, which is really, really funny to say. UKVersus is correct. Hearing a live streamer or a content creator, or even like when they play, we're hoping Crotch Lightning gets onto like the national scale or the regional scale, and someone's playing it on stream and they have to say Crotch Lightning, which is hilarious. Blitz. After you play an action or spell in your card pool, its attack gains stun 2. So as it's written, it actually counts itself. So there's really no point. Why doesn't it just have stun 2 on it? But what it's supposed to say, Blitz, if you have another action or spell card in your card pool, this attack gains stun 2. So it gains stun 2 by having another card in its card pool. Next up is Tranquility of Death from the Death Support package. Old response at the start of your combat phase. Let me see if it's on the screen. Cool. After you start the combat phase, each player steals a card, so you could target characters there. They did clarify it when this card was revealed. Response: as your combat phase begins, each player seals 1 non-character card. So you could seal assets with this, which is still very cool. It's still a very, very powerful card. It's just more clarified. You can't hit characters with it. Titanstone Knuckles. Everyone had questions about if the Brute Brawler Enhance worked after committing it. Brute Brawler Enhance commit. You may use this card's deflectability from your stage this attack. It now just says you may use this card's deflectability from your stage from this attack as if though were in your hand. So it's not. It was pretty assumed that after you commit it, you just get to use the deflect move. But now it actually clarifies, so which is really cool. So you can check the document there. You can tell them how bad this non-ban list was, because I think it was kind of sad, because we knew there's a bunch of stuff that could be changed and they just refused to. Hopefully it just doesn't go on deaf ears any longer. And today they dropped an article. Oh, nope. There we go. Today they dropped an article on the reward store changing. Introducing the new UVS Games player reward store. Today is great. So this is just them saying, hey man, we're changing it. It's rewarding. So they ask, what's the reward store? Everyone knows it's ordered promos on the UGN. By playing events on the UGN network, you get points to spend towards products you can buy using the LP points. Don't have an account, miss out. There's a little sign up there. I'll go ahead and put that in the description box. So if you don't have a UVS player account, you can sign up for it. Once you have enough LP, you can exchange them for whatever rewards your eye catches, plus a small shipping fee. We ship them directly to you within 2 to 4 weeks. We even run promotions that offer bonus LP, pre-register for the Attack on Titan pre-release starting next week. And, oh, cool. I already have all mine, and we get to an additional 120 LP for playing in our event. Stay tuned next week for more details. What are they changing? While our reward store has been a unique fan favorite offering from UVS Games, and it was due for some upgrades, fan feedback from our annual survey as well as our regular engagements with players have revealed a few key adjustments we'd like to make to improve your experience. Shifting to a variety of reward types instead of primarily promo cards, that's good. Rotating prizes to keep the offerings exciting and easier to peruse on the website, pretty good. Reevaluating the loyalty points economy, providing LP through physical product in a more convenient fashion. No more redeeming individual pack booster booster pack wrappers. We love that. So they go through it. We've heard you beginning March 17th, so Monday. So a few days after this video goes live, we're relaunching with these changes in mind. First, the rewards will not include promo cards. Instead, new items like sleeves, dice, physical products, experiences. That's weird. And more. I wonder what experiences mean. We get like spend 10,000 points to get dinner with Lenoco. That'd be kind of funny, and also very cool. Actually, I just asked him to go get food. I don't know why I have to spend LP for it. And more will be included in the mix. Second, rewards will rotate on a weekly basis. Each Monday morning, the prior week's rewards will be replaced with a new slate of rewards for the next week. We'll post an update on each week with what new rewards are, and you'll want to make sure to check it out, as some rewards will be limited in availability due to quantities remaining on hand. What if you miss a week? That's okay. Items that have previously been featured will rotate back into the store in future weeks as supplies permit. So I'm wondering like if it's on week 1, is it going to rotate? Is it like a monthly thing, right? Like week 1's always this, week 2's always this, week 3, week 4, if they just on a monthly, or it's going to be like, are they coming back in 6 months? Are they coming back in a year, right? If they have enough. So that I would rather see them on the, instead of weekly, I'd rather go bi-weekly with a week of overlap, right? Like you go 1 week with this guy, 1 week with the old one and the new one, and then 1 week with the new one, and then it just keeps alternating, right? Like I'd rather see some sort of overlap to save on shipping, because that small fee could add up if we're doing it every week. So if you're doing, so that's $20 in shipping. On average, it's $5, I believe, to ship. At least in the US, it's $5. So that's $20 a month on shipping for stuff off of this alone. So I'm wondering if they'll change it to where it's you can either hold it for a month, but no, because then people would just compile everything into one, and it'd be shipping $20 worth of stuff for $5. So I'd rather see it maybe go every other week. And so you can try to overlap some of the rewards so you can spend less on shipping but still maximize your points, right? Our third and fourth items on the list are big enough changes that we're going to dedicate a little more space to walking through each of them individually. Our loyalty points economy, events and actions. Our prior loyalty points economy was a little difficult to understand and had some point totals that were intuitive. For example, attending a local event awarded far more points than purchasing a booster box of product. This is facts. So going to a local would be 50 points. Buying a box would give you 24 points. So you could go to a local and get twice as many points as you can a booster box, and that doesn't equate right? Like you should get more for spending more money, and probably just stay. It should have been like 100 for a booster box and 50 for. It should have been double points for a booster box, and then 50 points for the regular local. Some of this felt inequitable. In the new world, we want to adjust the points offer and the cost of the rewards to make a bit more sense for the casual user. In doing so, we are not adjusting points that are already in people's accounts. Oh man, that means I can't get tons of bonus points. The points you've earned will remain in your account and for you to spend how you like today and in the future, including after our relaunch. Moving forward, typical promo card would cost you 120. Okay, so that's a box. Here are some typical actions you could take with your UGN account and how many points they'll reward you and how many how we'll cover the point product purchases. Points award points in the next section. Attending a weekly, 60 points. That's cool. It's 10 points more. Participating in a quick play event, 10 loyalty points, capped at 2 per week. Ooh, I wonder what a quick play event means. Attending a regional is 240. Attending a Worlds event's 480. Pre-release is 60. So we get double points for AOT3 pre-release. Side events at regionals is just like a local. That's not bad. This is a not complete list of actions you can take to earn points, but from time to time we'll offer special loyalty point opportunities. We may adjust our offerings based on player feedback, metrics usage, yada yada. They'll share changes with us. That's cool. Finally, prizes awarded in participating in specific events in store. For example, promo cards given out at events like Store Scrambles will still be awarded in person and not impacted by the loyalty program. Cool. So that means the Store Scramble events and probably the cards you get at Store Championships will never be on the loyalty program. So that means you have to go to those stores to get those prizes, right? Which is cool. as someone who has a couple LGSs to go to, that's cool. I'm sorry if you don't have a bunch of LGSs or even one to go to. I wish they would do something about that. Maybe do like online scrambles. Maybe like if TAM wanted to run a scramble or if a store wanted to run a scramble, they could do that. Our loyalty points economy for buying products. Our previous redemption program for purchasing products awarded 1 point per booster pack. You had to manually count up your packs, fill out a paperwork, and mail it to them. And then many told you during feedback this is tedious and unfun. We're happy to announce that method is no more. They're going to do with Ninja Turtles. That comes out in August. Products are eligible for point redemption and will include a code card inside that you can use to redeem LP directly. No more shipments or paperwork. Just type in the code and voila, loyalty points. How many points we give for redeem your products? Booster box? Hell yeah. It's like sextuple, if that's, I think that's the word. So it's 120 over then. Oh, and then this is the best part right here. Challenger deck and starter products. I've always wanted to get points for these products, and I don't know why we never got products for them, points for them. They finally like wised up. Challenger decks give you 60, so half a promo. Starters give you like a quarter of a promo, which is not bad. With the baseline points cost of a promo card being 120, that means a booster box gets you 1 promo card's worth of points, 2 decks for challengers, and then 4 decks for starters. These are just point thresholds. They may adjust based on feedback and data about usage and blah, 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 blah. If we decide to make changes, we'll let you know publicly. Up next, we're so excited to show the new changes, the reward store with you when they launch on March 17th. Any points you earn now, and then it will, along with any points current in your account, will still be eligible for redemption until now, until then, and after relaunch 2. The reward store offerings currently listed in the store will rotate at that time. So anything that's in the point store now, with the exception of the World Champ mechanically unique promos, are going to be gone. While the new week's promo worth the prizes rotates in, and we'll have a new offerings for each week moving forward. If you didn't have time to earn a reward before it rotates, don't worry. They'll likely rotate back in later weeks. I wish they would maybe give us a time frame. If for you Final Fantasy XIV players, those who are still waiting on some seasons from past PvP rewards to show back up, yeah, it's been 2 to 3 years since they said, oh yeah, they're going to be rotating back in. So we'll see if this happens sooner than later. Some rewards, like occasionally newly introduced mechanically unique promos, may remain in store longer than 1 week to ensure broader community has time to earn them. So that's cool. So I assume anything that's mechanically unique, like champ cards, maybe some special promos on the site, they will just leave on there for a few months, and then so you can get them. Because I don't think weeks is enough. I think you're going to have to leave them on there for a few months, which would be like 8 weeks in the long run. So I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a pretty good idea to overhaul this, especially with the new, economy happening. I think they should have maybe overhauled this closer to that, so people had time to accrue some points. But yeah, which is especially with like Critical Role and AOT3 not giving pack points, they should have I think they should have waited maybe until lead up to Ninja Turtles. Say, hey, this is happening. Just to let you know, all your points are still good, and it gives people some time to just get some points, because I know people are worried about missing the mechanically unique promos, and I'm pretty sure there could be nothing like a nothing burger, but it's whatever. I don't want people to miss out on their cards. So what do you guys think about this? I know I did 3 news blurbs right in a row. Organized Play Cycle, I think that's really good. Bannerata, that's poopy. And then this is actually pretty good. They needed a refresh on this. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, do all the algorithm things. And don't forget to, let me know what you think down below. Again, for like the 5th time I said that. I have still trouble outroing these videos. So until the next time, take care.